All right, my lovely listeners, let's dive into something we've all experienced at one point or another: stress eating. You know, those moments when life feels a bit overwhelming and suddenly that tub of ice cream or packet of crisps is calling your name like it's your long lost best friend. But here's the million-dollar question: is stress eating hardwired into our biology, or is it something we've learned along the way? Let's unpack this together, shall we? So there's this fascinating paper by Adam and Eppel from 2007. Stay with me here. I promise it's not as dry as it sounds. They explored something called the reward-based stress eating model. Sounds fancy, right? Basically, it's the idea that stress eating isn't just about willpower or lack thereof. Oh no, it's actually a mix of biology and psychology working together in a way that makes resisting that chocolate bar feel like climbing Mount Everest. Let's start with the biological side. Here's the sciencey bit. When we're stressed, our hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or HPA axis, try saying that 3 times fast, kicks into gear. This triggers a cascade of stress hormones like cortisol, which, fun fact, can make us crave high-fat, high-sugar foods. Why? Because these foods light up our brain's reward system like a Christmas tree, giving us that oh-so-brief sense of relief. It's like our brains are saying, hey, you're stressed, have a donut, you'll feel better. And honestly, for a moment you do. Stress also messes with our dopamine levels. That's the feel-good neurotransmitter, making us seek out foods that give us a quick hit of pleasure. So biologically, our bodies are kind of wired to crave comfort foods when the going gets tough. Makes sense, right? But here's where it gets even more interesting: the psychological perspective. This is where our learned behaviors and habits come into play. Think about it. If you've grown up watching your parents reach for snacks during stressful times, you might have picked up on that. It's called social modeling. Basically, monkey see, monkey do. And then there's reinforcement. You eat something comforting and it makes you feel better. So your brain files that away as, stress plus food equals relief. Over time, it becomes a habit. Now let's talk about some of the psychological factors that influence stress eating. First up, emotional regulation. If someone struggles to manage their emotions, food can become a go-to coping mechanism. It's like a quick fix for feelings they don't know how to handle. Then there's mindset and self-control. Some people are just more impulsive or sensitive to food cues, which makes resisting that slice of cake even harder. And let's not forget the role of social and environmental factors. Stressful environments, cultural norms, even the people around us can all shape how we respond to food under stress. Oh, and here's a big one: previous experiences. If someone has a history of dieting or food restriction, they might be more prone to stress-induced overeating. It's like their body saying, you've deprived me before, so now I'm taking what I can get. So what does all this mean? Well, stress eating is a complex dance between our biology and psychology. On one hand, our bodies are wired to crave comfort foods when we're stressed. On the other hand, how we respond is also shaped by our habits, environment, and past experiences. Now, here's a question for you. Do you think stress eating is more of a biological reflex or a conditioned habit? Personally, I think it's a bit of both, but it's fascinating to think about, isn't it? Like, how much of our behavior is nature versus nurture? Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop me a message or comment. Let's keep this conversation going. All right, my lovely listeners, that's it for today's episode. Remember, stress eating isn't something to beat yourself up about. It's just your brain and body doing their thing, but understanding it, that's where the power lies. Until next time, take care of yourselves and maybe swap that donut for something a little more brain-friendly. Or don't. No judgment here. Bye for now.